Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Garage Reviews. I am Raghu Gupta, and in today's video, I'm going to be giving you a comparison between the new Honda Amaze and the previous one. In this video, we're going to be talking about all the important aspects which have been changed. All the similarities, I will give you a very brief overview on them, but we will be talking about the differences in detail. If you want a detailed review of the Honda Amaze, I have already done that on the channel of the previous one, and I will link that in the description down below. In that video, I talk about all the different aspects of the car in very detail. So do check that video out if you want a detailed review. Because in this video, we're going to be talking about in detail in the differences. Similarities will just be an overview. After all, this is just a facelift of the Amaze. It is not a whole new generation. Alright, so with that said, let's get started with this video. A very special thanks to Courtesy Honda for lending me the cars for a review. And if you have any questions regarding any Honda car, contact them using the links in the description down below. Now we're going to start the comparison of both these cars from the styling and from the front end. Now in my personal opinion, from a single glance, you can easily tell that the new Honda Amaze does look much more stylish and bolder than the previous one. Although the differences between the two cars, they're very small, but those differences make a big change. For example, if you see in the front of this car, the new one, you can see we have the chrome slat, the big chrome slat that you also got in the previous one. You can see we have the same chrome slat in this car as well. But in this car, they have made a change of adding two more chrome slats, very sleek ones, which gives this car a much more classier design in my personal opinion. The new grille of the car looks very nice. The second difference is of the headlamps. If you see over here, in the top model of the new car, you get projector headlamp setup, whereas in the previous Honda Amaze, you just got normal halogen bulbs. And in the headlamps, if you talk about the DRLs as well, the new DRLs of the Amaze are much more bolder and bigger, whereas in the previous one, you just got a very sleek, small little line in terms of DRLs in the previous one. And if we are talking about lighting, if you move down below over here, you can see we have LED fog lamps in the new Honda Amaze, but in the previous one, you just got normal halogen bulbs. And if we are talking about the fog lamps, around the fog lamps, you can see in this car, you do not have any kind of chrome garnish or any type of garnish in the sense. But in this car, you get a chrome slat over here, which does give this car a much more nice, classy design. Now coming to the side profile of the Honda Amaze, you can see this is the new Honda Amaze with us. And in this car, you can see the alloy wheels is the biggest change from the previous one. The previous Honda Amaze also got a 15-inch alloy wheel design, which looked nice, no doubt in that. But the diamond cut design in this car, that is absolutely amazing. The second difference in the cars is of the door handles. In the new Honda Amaze, you get chrome door handles, whereas in the previous Honda Amaze, you got body colored door handles. Now that comes down to personal preference. I personally feel that the chrome handles do look nice, but there are some people who actually like the body colored door handles better. So that comes down to personal preference. What do you guys think? Tell me in the comments down below. So those are the only two differences in the side profiles of the new Honda Amaze and the old one. Other than that, everything is pretty much the same. If you see the side profile of the car, it's just like any other family car, and I think it does look pretty nice. And now coming to the rear ends of both the Amazes, first off we have to talk about the tail lamps, because those are the biggest change in the new one compared to the old one. The new one have LED tail lamps which just look absolutely gorgeous. The previous one had the same tail lamp design, yet the lights in them were halogen, which looked nice, but the LED ones just have a different appeal and I love it. The second difference in the new one and the old one is of the bumper. In the old one, you can see the bumper is very plain, looks nice, but isn't too flashy. Yet in this car, you get a chrome surround in the bumper, which does look absolutely amazing. That's the one trend that the new Amaze has. It has been giving chrome everywhere and it just looks nice. We're going to start with the interior of the old Honda Amaze. So this is the previous one. So coming to the interior, you can see the interior of this car is very nice. Very standard. Just like any other family car, you have all the things that you may require. We have a multifunctioning steering wheel in this car. We have a stereo system. Everything is quite nice. But yes, do remember that this is actually the V model and not the VX. Now that the new Honda Amaze has actually come out, the old Honda Amaze has very few pieces left. So the only variant that we had in the showroom over here is the V model and not the VX, that is the top model. So if you see the interior of the top model of the VX, you would see the same display that you get in the new Honda Amaze as well. This not being the top model, that's why it has this radio system and not touchscreen display. But had this been the top model, you would have got the same display that Honda Amaze has. So the differences in the interior are very small. But with that said, there still are some differences. For example, if you see the interior detailing in this whole car is actually piano black. You can see all this piano black over here. You can see the piano black finishes on the steering wheel. But in the new Honda Amaze, all of them are actually matte silver. So as you can see, as soon as we move into the new Honda Amaze, you can see all the silver inserts that have been given in this car. Now this, in my opinion, looks quite nice because they give a sort of a contrast to the car, and that does look nice. But other than that, the second difference that you get in the car has to do with the gear level. You can see in this car you have the same gear level that you got in the previous car, but the material underneath this is actually leather. In the new Honda Amaze, you get leather inserts over here. In the previous one, you got a very cheap type of rubber material which got the job done but was nowhere nice as this car. And so that then brings me to the third difference that the new Honda Amaze and the old Honda Amaze have, and that has to do with the display. Like I told you, this is the same display that you get in the previous Honda Amaze as well, but there is one small little change in this car. When you put this car into reverse, you can see that this car has a reverse camera, which the previous Honda Amaze also did get. But this time around, we have three different modes for the camera. Right now we have a wide angle camera, then we have a narrow angle camera, and then we have a top down view as well, which is great for knowing how much actual space you have between the wall and your car. In the previous one, you just got a normal wide angle reverse camera, but in this car you get three modes. One very interesting change in the new Honda Amaze, which is quite good, is of the front cabin lamps. In the previous Honda Amaze you did not get them, but in the new one you do. Now if we talk about practicality in both the cars, once again storage cubbies all are the same. We're going to start with the glove box. We have a very decent storage cubby over here, very big. You can easily store a lot of stuff over here. For organization, you have a card holder given over here to stick some cards in there. Moving to the center console, you have a storage cubby over here for keeping your mobile phone. You have a 12-volt charging socket. We have one USB port for the Android Auto, Apple CarPlay. We have one USB port for charging your mobile phone. We have two storage cubbies over here, and behind the gear lever over here, you can see we have a small indentation for keeping the keys of the car. Talking about the door pockets, we have one bottle holder over here, a magazine holder over here, so you can keep some stuff there as well. Similarly, coming to the rear door pocket, we have one bottle holder over here and some small storage cubby over here. But in the rear cabin, you can see we have seat pockets for the driver and for the passenger side seat. You have one cup holder over here along with a 12-volt charging socket right there. Talking about the middle seat, you can put that down to reveal two more cup holders. Talking about the trunk space, we have three ways to open it. One is the request sensor given over here. There is a button in the driver's side wheel well, and you have a button on your key fob as well. But overall, the trunk space in this car is quite large. You can easily keep like 3 or 4 bags over here and go for a long road trip without any problem. The storage space in this car is just like any other sedan. It's quite nice. Alright, now coming to one of the most important parts of a car, and that is the comfort. Now comfort in both the cars remain the same because the seat material, size, space, everything remains the same in both the cars. So if we talk about the driver's seat in the car, we all obviously have manually adjustable seats in the car. You can adjust the height of the seat as well. You can adjust the backrest of the seat however you want, just like any other normal car. Also, if we talk about driver comfort, you can also move the steering wheel up and down. It's not a telescopic steering wheel, so you can just move it up and down. But anyways, overall comfort is very nice. The seats are very soft. We have fabric seats in the car. They grip me in really well. Going for a long road trip in the car definitely won't be an issue for the front seats. Let's see how it is in the rear. Alright, now coming into the rear seats, I'm actually surprised because I am 6'2", quite tall, and I have adjusted the driver's side seat according to me. Even then, when I come into the rear seats, you can see I easily have about 6 inches of leg room and about 2 inches of headroom. For a 6 feet 2 person, that is absolutely amazing. I think going for a long road trip even over here is not a big issue. Even for someone who is wearing a turban or who is even taller than me, he or she can easily sit in the rear seats as well. Seat material obviously is the same as the front ones. They're the same fabric seats over here as well. Quite soft, quite comfortable, not a big issue. Moving into the middle seat in the car, the transmission tunnel in this car is almost as if it's not there. It's there, but it's very small, so I can easily keep both my feet on it as well, and I can go for a long road trip without any problem. The middle seat material, it's a little bit hard than the side seats, but not too much. I won't say that I'm uncomfortable over here. Not as comfortable as the side seat, but not uncomfortable as well. And now coming to one of the most important things for a buyer's point of view in the two cars, and that is pricing. Now the difference in pricing between the old model and the new Honda Amaze is not much. It's only a difference of, I guess, 5,000 to 6,000 rupees depending on the variant you buy, which I think is very well justified given all the things that they have given in the new Honda Amaze. So the price is definitely justified. But what exactly the prices are, you can see those on your displays right now. Pause the video whenever you like. Alright, that's all for this video, guys. I hope you did like it. If you did, please give us a thumbs up. Comment down below what you think about the new 2021 Honda Amaze. Share this video as much as you can and definitely subscribe to this channel because it gives me so much motivation to create more such content just like this for you guys. Thank you for watching this video and I'll see you in the next one.